Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So 2.5 minutes, we will have a new word for you, a new keyword for the 9 o'clock hour for System of a Down tickets at Soldier Field. We'll also play System of a Down. So just coming up here at the end of some music entertainment news we wanted to get to today. First off, a really bad story, a really rough story, and some people that we love did some bad things with the COVID relief grants, which seems like a story that should have ended by now. I figured we found everybody that did all the wrong things with those COVID funds. And also, boy, I wish I would have got some. Sounds like everybody had a good time with them.
They're not going to have a good time really soon.
The artist Chris Brown received a $10 million grant. He kept $5 million for himself. He spent $80,000 on his birthday party.
Oh, my God.
Which included
Necessity. Not fair.
Which included models in body paint, an LED dance floor, and $29,000 worth of hookahs and bottle service.
Oh, my
During
God.
COVID.
During COVID, you're right,
If
Kenzie.
you think about it.
Well, I guess these,
Interesting.
and I guess these funds, because bands are essentially a business, and when bands couldn't tour, they gave out these funds, much like to some people that did horrible things with them. I remember there was a doctor on the north side who got like $90 million of these funds. There was no fact checking. There was no accountability. Like, what are you going to do with this? Yeah. Oh, I'm going to keep my staff
And we're
employed.
like, can we have groceries? And they're like, get real, get a job. It's like, okay.
God, it's amazing how this money was just passed out.
Yeah.
And that we didn't get any.
Yeah, we should have got some.
And he's having, models in body paint. That would have been fun. Lil
I
Wayne.
don't think Megan would have let you spend it on that.
I think if I got $10 million, I said, Megan, I just want to take, all I want is $80 grand for models and body paint. She goes, okay, I'll take the other $9 million. It's fine. Lil Wayne received $8.9 million, spent $1.3 million on private jets, $460,000 on clothes, and $15,000 on, quote, female companions.
Huh.
Yeah, not good.
Again, I'm in the wrong line of work.
Yeah.
It says in this article, including a waitress at a, quote, Hooters-type restaurant and a porn actress.
Oh.
I waitress for years. Years.
Of those two professions, you chose the right one. Not a porn actress, you did the waitressing.
Yeah, well, neither panned out like that.
Damn. Sucks. Alice in Chains was involved in here, too.
What'd they do?
They received some money and allegedly did not pass it on. And I hate that because I love those guys. I've interviewed them. That's, as far as a band that we're talking about, I'm closest to that band.
They bought no chains.
They bought no chains. That's right.
Sick.
They apparently, listen, this is the story that's being read, so we don't know exactly if all this is completely accurate, but it's a story from Stereo Gum that we read, and a Business Insider did a deep dive in this as well.
And I'll note just before you continue, Brian, Business Insider contacted the bands, the agents, and the publicists of these artists multiple times before this article was published in an effort to say, hey, if we got any of this wrong, or if you want to clear the air about any of this, now is your time to do so, and all of the artists ignored those requests.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would, too, if I was the artist at this point. Probably bail on it. It is depressing that some people got money and abused it during that time instead of, so much money is wasted. And again, it would have been...
They didn't think it was wasted. They're
No.
like, this is awesome.
Took care of it. Okay, how about some better news in music entertainment news?
Okay.
Entourage creator Doug Ellin just gave the world the first look at his newest creation he's been working on called Ramble On. Now, why is that important? Because E and Johnny Drama of Entourage are in it as E and Johnny Drama.
That's fun.
Let's go. Also, Jamie Lynn Sigler, I believe, has a arc in this series.
Yes,
And
as herself, Jamie Lynn Sigler.
as of course, Meadow Soprano. And then Charlie Sheen is in it, too, as Charlie Sheen, who's doing a podcast, and they're helping him with this podcast. E and Johnny Drama. I guess
We're
that's...
helping Charlie Sheen with this podcast?
Yeah.
So, Kenzie, the plot of the show, Entourage was around 20 years ago. We actually talked about how we celebrated the 20th anniversary of Entourage this year. And
Which, by the way, we didn't do a good enough job with that.
we should have talked about it every day.
We're going to throw a party?
Yeah, well,
we should have had a week-long Entourage party.
We should have had COVID funds stolen to our bank accounts to throw an Entourage party.
Jeremy Piven was in town last week for his movie release here in Chicago. We could have had Ari Gold.
He talked to the wrong radio station, let me tell you.
He was on a radio station?
Yeah, and not one that has as many listeners as we do. Bad decision by his team. Anyways, so Entourage was about navigating the entertainment industry in the early 2000s.
I know, I loved the show.
I know.
Saw the whole thing.
She's aware of the plot of Entourage.
Big feature films, old Hollywood system. You get it. You
Sex.
follow. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, whole thing. This is a show in 2024 by the creator of Entourage with guys from Entourage in it, and they are navigating the entertainment industry in the 2020s, which means they have a podcast company, and their whole thing on how they're going to make money with this podcast company is to get Charlie Sheen to do a tell-all podcast series.
I mean, wouldn't you listen to Charlie Sheen's tell-all?
I think they're on to something. I'm going to watch.
It's the best interviews in the entire world. And Charlie Sheen's interviews are unbelievable. Like, oh, drugs in the house. We're all going to die. I'm like, I'll watch it all day, every day.
Remember Tiger Blood was the most popular phrase?
Oh, my God.
Tiger Blood. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I didn't see, Case, when the release date of that show is. Is it in January?
That is a great question, Brian.
I'm sorry.
You guys.
I know.
You had this written down?
God, what a great question that is.
It's a
You
God,
didn't see that one coming?
When does this show come out?
Let's see here.
RambleOnProject.com for details.
And I'm right there with you, and there's no release date.
Okay, all right, that makes me feel better.
Makes me feel better, too.
What's it going to be called again?
Ramble On.
Ramble On.
Ramble On. And it looks like an updated version of Entourage. Of course it does, and I'm here for it.
They should just bring back the whole cast.
Well, maybe they did. Vinny Chase did a Hallmark movie 2 years ago.
Oh, it sucks.
I mean, I love Hallmark movies. It was pleasant. But then again, you can't not see him as Vinny Chase. Like, I thought...
That's what I mean. It makes me feel like he was a huge Hollywood star because I'm thinking that he actually is Vinny Chase. Now he's in Hallmark movies. Like, when his career started to go downhill after Meddy Ian and he got offered to do a movie with one of the Olsen twins, and Ari Gold was pissed about it because it was realistic.
God, I love Entourage.
I know.
I watched that whole Hallmark movie, and it was very pleasant in a mountain town with snow, and he was going to end up with the girl whose dad died, and she inherited the company, and then they were going to all live happily ever after. But I couldn't stop thinking that Vinny Chase was going to be having a threesome at one point when I went around the corner with her and her sister. God, I couldn't believe it.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and all week you voted on these moments of Brian and Kenzie from 2024, your favorite, funniest moments, and you voted on them on Facebook, and we're replaying a lot of these this week, and one of them comes from not too long ago. We ended up doing a potluck for each other where we all cooked something for each other and to see what we would all do, what we were all capable of, and I remember really enjoying it. The thing is, Case tried to show appreciation for Kenzie's culture, and he made her a cheese quesadilla. Well, let's just listen to the audio and see how it all played out when that happened. All right, Case, it's all you. What did you make here today for the potluck?
All right, Kenzie. I think you were out of the room when I said this, but I said on the air about a half hour ago, I said, your life seems very hard, and I wanted to cook something that would make you happy.
Yes.
So,
oh my God.
From my home to your heart, I present you.
What is it?
It does relate to Kenzie's heritage, you said.
La Cheese Quesadilla. Otherwise known as the Mexican grilled cheese. There's one for each of you here. Brian, here's your quesadilla.
Thank you.
Kenzie, here's yours. Thanks to microwave technology. You can put two tortillas together with cheese in the middle. You can nuke it for 1 minute, and you could have yourself some authentic Mexican cuisine. Now, Kenzie, I know what you're thinking.
It's hard.
Mine's softer.
Mine's really hard. Is that what you thought I was thinking?
I know what you're thinking. I can't just have a quesadilla, and girl, I got you. I know you love food with a little bit of a kick to it. And so I went to the store last night, and just for you, this is just for you. Brian does not get this. I know how you like your food.
What is it?
I present to you.
Oh,
What's in
boy.
your
Let's see. He's
backpack?
opening his backpack.
An entire thing of Daisy sour cream. Because I know you like food with a little bit of a kick to it, my friend.
Wait. Why does sour cream have a kick?
I think it's one of the spiciest condiments there is.
Sour cream?
Oh, my
Put
God.
this in the fridge. It's warm. Why is the sour cream warm?
Don't worry about it. Just use it. It'll be okay.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be Frank's Red Hot sauce or whatever.
Hey, I'm not trying to kill anybody here. I like to show how it is.
Oh, my. Wait, you think sour cream is spicy?
You put a little sour cream on that thing, you'll start sweating. Trust me.
Well, Kenzie, let's see. So we've all sampled each other's food here. We're going to sample this?
Listen to this on the plate. That's unbelievable. What the hell is that?
Well, I'm going in.
Just a lot of chewing.
Okay, well, get the sour cream on it. That'll make it better. That'll make it a little spicier.
But why is the sour cream warm?
Well, that's because it's been in my backpack for 6 hours now.
Just nasty.
The spicy sour cream
Strikes again.
on the cheesy quesadilla. And was that one of the most memorable moments for you, Kenzie, of the year?
I mean, I could have killed somebody with that quesadilla if I threw it.
Yeah.
If we dropped that out of our window, somebody would have died.
Tragedy waiting to happen.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. A reminder, you have about 15 minutes left till 10 o'clock to text the word sugar. S-U-G-A-R. Sugar!
Okay.
Text that for your chance to go see System of a Down at Soldier Field. It's Ticket Blitz Thursday. That word goes until 10. And then you can text the next word that Lauren will give you. And then every hour she has them. And then Brian Phillips. Every hour you can enter once each hour. And it's a new word each hour. So sugar right now to 312-591-8300. Also a reminder about the Riot Fest announcement we made. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., is a pre-sale. That's right. It's a pre-sale for Riot Fest tickets 2025. No bands have been announced, but it's a great price, a special price. Get them before the price goes up. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We'll remind you tomorrow about that. Now, takeaways from today's show. Case, what do you got?
Dodger Boy checked in his takeaway. The best way to hear Q101 at work is to drive your car through the front door of your job.
We make it easy.
You know, we're not into that app thing.
Stupid.
I need your car radio. I need my subwoofer by my desk.
Baby.
Hell yeah. What do you got, Kenzie?
630. Brian is ringing in the new year by eating out chocolate.
Big dog.
All right, busy.
Everybody wishes they were me, don't they? Finally, Joe checked in, 630. Takeaway. Case will be riding a cow home after tomorrow's show. Oh, God. Well, to understand the context of some of these, you have to go to the podcast and Case, what's on it?
What a day. What a day. On the podcast, Brian exposed his own notes app, and it is deranged. A driver's ed instructor put his life on the line in clash with Kenzie. Brian also shared his New Year's resolution, and if you have not heard it yet, it will leave you aghast. You will not believe what this man is planning on doing in 2025.
Miss a moment, miss a lot. Go to the Brian and Kenzie podcast wherever you get them. You go to Spotify, go to Apple, and the Q101 app. It is free. Download it right now.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.